guys. Thanks for being here.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Hi, Father Albert. These are my parents, Joan and Anthony.
Hi. Hi.
Okay, can you guys answer a couple questions about me, about your love remarried?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. How long have you been married?
27 years. This June 23rd.
It's a long time. It's a long time. 27 years.
Long
Good,
time.
good deal.
Yep.
How old were you when you met each other?
When we met each other, I was 19.
Yeah, I was
I
2
was
years
19.
older, a younger man.
Describe your courtship.
It was fun.
I stalked her.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
I met her at a
fun.
party, and I had a lot of friends in the college,
Yeah.
and I found out where she lived. I found out her schedule.
She can be like, oh,
Stalked
you
me.
go to this school too? Wow.
I found her. Yeah,
No,
for the
come
most
here
part.
often?
She was a foreigner, so
Yeah.
she didn't know nothing about the United States.
Yeah. Everywhere I went, he was there. Yeah, I was in the cafeteria. He was like, hello.
It's like, oh, you eat food too? Nice to see you. Wow. I like food. Wow.
Yeah.
She was in the library a lot. I was never in the library.
Nerd.
Never in the library. She was the library one.
Yep.
Nerd and the jock. How cute.
Yeah, he was a jock. He played football. Didn't even know what that was.
I'm screaming. That's the one where you catch the ball.
Um,
Why did you decide to get married?
We felt it was time. We had dated for a little while, about 5 years. We dated about 5 years.
We love.
It was
of course.
It was time.
He was handsome.
I mean, it was for him. It was love at first sight.
Yes, it
Saw
was.
you.
Absolutely.
It wasn't marriage at first sight. No. you gotta learn some things first.
It was love. That's all you needed to know.
It's more than love. Marriage is more than love.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Describe your engagement.
Well,
Go ahead.
it wasn't really an engagement. We were together for a while, and so it was just a natural progression, you know. So
It's like the next step.
next step. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. All our friends were getting married. Everybody was getting married, and we were kind of together longer than all of them. The people were looking at us like we were crazy.
You're a smart one.
And it became time. Well, like I said, I think we were smarter because we're still together.
Yeah. Are they?
No.
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 So, boom, bow.
None of them.
There it is.
Write this
Yeah,
down.
none of them.
How old are you when you got married?
26.
25.
25.
25. Yeah. Remember the numbers.
Or are you looking for a spouse?
A kind, generous man, and he was, and a gentleman. He definitely was a gentleman, even though he was a jock, as I now know it's called. Yeah, so
Good joke.
yeah. So yeah, no, he was just a kind, gentle guy, and I like that about him. Yeah.
I was looking for an independent woman. I didn't want a woman who needed, quote unquote, needed me. Okay, that I don't think that necessarily tends to work. I want a woman who wanted to be with me. You know, if she needed me, I don't think it was. That's a good mix. Okay, I'd rather you want to be with me instead of having to need me. That's just my opinion. I mean, it could be different for other people.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously it
I was
works.
very independent, so.
But she's an earner. She was smart. She was hot. You know, she was influential. She was influential in the university.
Yes,
I mean,
was
I made a good pick.
Yeah.
For real. I made a good pick. And my dad always told me, when you go to college, that's where you find your wife. And I did.
Yes.
Ah!
How does the reality of marriage compare to your expectations of what marriage would be?
Well, you know, as they say, the honeymoon does wear off very quickly, and realities of everyday living hits you, and you have to be ready. You know, and as he will tell you, compromise is everything. Okay?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It takes work.
Yeah.
It don't just flow. And we were together a little while before we did. It takes compromise.
Yeah.
Is a big word. I can't stress that enough. Compromise is a big word. You gotta learn to compromise.
Definitely.
Each person has their own strengths and weaknesses, and you work with that.
Your strengths and weaknesses. Excellent. That's exactly it.
Excellent.
The teacher in me.
Excellent.
That's true.
How do children affect your marriage?
They come first. No, it is what it is. They come first. Whatever is going on in your life, it's them first.
Yeah.
You brought them here. You're responsible.
Agreed. Yeah.
I feel like I'm on Family Feud. I'm like, good answer, good answer. Like, yeah, good one. How important is money in marriage?
You want to feel that? You want me to feel that?
Go ahead.
It's important. You have to provide for your family. If you don't got no money, you can't provide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you want the best for your kids. You want the best for your wife. You want the best for yourself. So if you don't have any money, you get the worst of everything. And how would we be able to afford to put you through Catholic school if we had no money? It got to be mentioned, sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's important. It's important.
Similar values in religion?
I was raised very religious. My dad was a deacon. I was an usher. I would say it's important. It's not the end all be all.
Like values.
It's not the end all be all, but values are similar, and that helps. It helps definitely.
Same, being on the same page.
Sure, yeah, it helps. Sure, because when you raise your kids, you got to raise your kids a certain way.
Yeah.
You got to kind of agree to how you gonna boost them.
Yeah.
Cultural background?
Well.
Not as important as values,
Yeah.
in my opinion. She was raised in London.
Yeah.
I'm here in the United States. I'm what you would say a hoodie. Okay, she wasn't. So our backgrounds aren't necessarily the same. But we made it work. We made it work.
Compromise again. Compromise.
Educational background.
I mean, educational background and what?
How important is it in your marriage?
Education is important.
They met in college, so.
Education is important.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a teacher. She's an educator. So it's got to be important. It was always important.
Yeah.
Like you said, we met in college.
Yeah.
So it was important to my parents. I'm sure I know it was important to hers.
Yes, definitely.
It's going to be important to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Age differential?
Yeah.
Not important.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Even though she's an old lady.
Oh, whatever. 2 years, nothing. Oh my God.
And don't you forget it.
What advice would you give to teenagers who are dating and thinking about getting married? Mommy, you take that one.
Right, well, I'd say, go slowly. Really know yourself, especially the girl. Just be aware of who you are. Get what you want out of life first before you start having a partner and taking on, somebody else that you have to care for, and know what you want in life. And take it slowly. You have plenty of time. Nothing passes you by in life. You're going to get everything that you want when you're ready for it. So be ready.
Good answer.
Yeah. Good answer, good answer.
Thanks. All right, good answer.
Yeah. Survey says.
Ding,
Yeah,
ding,
good answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What advice would you give to a young married couple that is experiencing marital difficulties
Marriageable.
and thinking about divorce? Go ahead, Ben.
Don't think about it. When you get married, you're married for life.
That's right.
Everybody has problems. Seek counseling if possible. Remember why you got married. And work. It's work. Marriage is work.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not an easy thing. For married couples who are having problems, work at it. Work at it.
Yeah. Compromise. As he says, it's for life. You have to have meant it when you took on those vows. So, and people always think the grass is greener. It never is. It really
It's usually
isn't.
the same.
It's the same.
Or worse.
Yeah. What's another man? What's another woman? They won't be as cute as him.
Yay.
Jared.
What a dinner at, man.
Get out of the thing. And that's what children do.
Oh.
Oh my God. See what we said about children? they mess up your video. That's what they do.
Yo, Trump 2020.
Stop it.
Vote Trump. Vote
Stop.
Trump. I'm about to get you bad likes now.
Quiet.
Looking
Just
back,
do it for
what would
school.
you do differently if you could?
Probably, you know,
Vote
move Jared out of the video.
Oh, wow.
Nothing. I wouldn't do anything.
Can't censor me.
I can't think of anything, honestly.
Yeah, not really.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's
I'm
good.
pretty happy. Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
So am I.
Okay. What would you say is the key to a happy marriage?
Compromise.
Yes. Compromise. Have fun. You know, play to each other's strengths. You know, just give people their space. You know, let them be
Oh,
who
yeah, that's
they
a big
are.
one. That's a
yeah,
big one.
give them
Yeah.
space. Don't try to change anybody. It's too late. Once you marry them, that's who you've married.
Yeah.
So, if you didn't, you know, want that in a person, whatever it is,
You shouldn't have gotten married,
You shouldn't
yeah.
have got married, yeah. So just work with it. You know, whatever it is that they now have or take on or becomes different, you know, that's it. Just compromise. You know, and make it work. You have to make it work.
Make it work.
Make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Tim Gunn?
Yes.
All right, designers.
Make it work.
Make it work.
I
Wow.
love him too. Love
Ooh,
him.
wow.
Yeah. Make it work.
Do you think a couple should live together before deciding to get married? Why or why not?
I think they should.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I know you're in Catholic school. It might not be the Catholic thing to say or the religious thing to say, but how better to learn who that your partner or potential partner is if you don't know everything about them. When you live with somebody, you know when they brush their teeth,
How they snore.
when they go to the bathroom, like they stink up your bathroom. You learn everything.
Snore.
Yeah, you learn everything.
We didn't really live together. It was like
No, we
most
didn't.
of our
Well, we
college-
dated a long time though.
Yeah.
We dated a
in
long
college,
time.
we were dating in college. So that was it. When marriage came to place, when we graduated, it was just like, okay, graduation. Now it's time. You know, let's move on. But for me, because of my religious background, you know, being a Pentecostal Christian, I don't believe in it. I think you can get to know people the way that, you know, our church teaches it. You can date, you can go out with people in a group and so on, and you see who they are. You're sitting around the table, somebody eating or talking, you hear their conversation, you know who they are. I don't think you miss anything. Once you're married, you can do everything that you thought you would do when you were, you know, if you're living together. So
Or that's question 10.
marriage
I don't
is
wanna hear
sacred.
about
It's sacred and it should be kept that way. I think it should be. So no, I don't think you should live with somebody. Because it's as if you are married. Marriage is living with that person, getting to know them.
it. Yeah.
You know, and if you marry really young, then you grow together, you know. And as I said, once you've found what you want, a career, you've gone to college, those kinds of things, you know, you're ready now for the next step. And marriage is always the next step.
Yeah, and I think you guys pretty much bypassed that by dating for so long. So
Yeah.
you knew every inch of that person without necessarily having to live with them.
Yes, yeah.
Because
That's
you learn the person inside and out.
Absolutely.
But like I said, you learn everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, you
But then
brushing
there's-
teeth habits,
There's where
Yeah.
compromise comes
leaving hair in the sink habits,
Yeah.
leaving your clothes hanging all over the. You learn everything.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can make a truly informed decision. You know,
Compromise.
like I said,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
compromise.
that's what it's all a matter of compromise.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Welcome, young lady.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Where's my check?
Cut.